Hey everybody, it's the Happy Camper here. Today we're talking about lumens and LED light stuff. No, these two LED flashlights actually. All right, let's get it started. Today we're talking about lumens. We're doing a breakdown on exactly what that means and how it can better inform us when we're purchasing light sources, light bulbs, LED headlamps, flashlights, any kind of light source actually. All right, first let's do a quick breakdown on what lumens are. Lumens are the measure of brightness of any kind of light source. And so here we have some flashlights, headlamps, some LED light panels. This one broke, it won't even turn on anymore. Actually, I think the battery is just messed up and there's no easy way to replace it. But we do have all of these different light sources, and how do we know what works for us? Most of the time we want more brightness. And so in that case, we just want to look for the highest lumens. But there's other things like light spread. Can you focus the beam? Can you go more focused and more wide? And how long does the battery last? And more lumens does take up more energy. So all of those are kind of concerns when you're considering what kind of light source to purchase. Of course, then also, are you doing videos? Are you hiking at night? Are you just walking around on your property and you need something to light with, or something to keep with you for a flat tire at night or something like that? All of those things factor in. But to break down lumens really quickly, the more lumens you got, the more brightness you got. And as a comparison, a 65-watt light bulb was about 800 lumens. And a 100-watt incandescent bulb was about 1600 lumens. So it's good that we have a lumen measurement spectrum, because when we're talking about watts, it's completely different from LED to incandescent to halogen type bulbs. With all of that said, this little unit here runs about $20 and it is about 100 lumens, okay? So this would be adequate to, I think cyclists use these. It has a red blinking light function in addition to different brightness levels for the LED lamp. But it's not super bright for night hiking or doing some work on a flat tire or anything. This is the better than nothing. It's pretty light and you can throw it in your bag. Also at 100 lumens, the two AAA batteries that are in here will last quite some time, I would say 8 hours or so. This here is 1000 lumens. It's significantly brighter and it costs $99. Now I got it on a flash sale for $50, which is the only way I was willing to purchase it. But some of the benefits of it is it has a focusing beam, so you can get more in there, you can get more widespread. The spread angle isn't as much as I want it to be. It takes 4 AA batteries and at 1000 lumens, that would last 4.5 to 5 hours, which is okay for a whole night of night hiking. Well, not a whole night, but you know what I mean. That's about how long I'd be out there night hiking. This one here, it was given to me as a gift, and it runs at about 750 to 800 lumens. It's not quite as bright, but this one has some really interesting features. It has a red light source for hunters. It also has a UV light source. It doesn't alarm nature as easily. So this one is pretty versatile for different functions. This one's great if you just need a ton of brightness. This is the one I'd want to have with me if I had a flat tire. This one's the better than nothing, something I could just always keep in my hiking bag just in case. And then I have this light panel. This one right now, the battery is running low. It does have a squeezer, in other words, a dimmer, which is great. But I would gauge this one to be at over 1200 lumens. And the light spread's actually really good. And unfortunately, it's pretty thick and it's kind of heavy. But I love this one for hiking because you could really see everything all around you. It takes 6 AA batteries and it lasts about 4 hours on full intensity. I got this one on eBay like 10 years ago. I've dropped it, I've gotten it wet, I've kind of abused it. I don't have the protective cover that it came with anymore. So this one is a favorite. I'm gonna need to replace it with something lighter that's the same brightness. And I know that can be had these days. This is just an old school one. This is the DigiPower unit. It's made out of aluminum. It's a nice solid construction. It's very compact and it's actually about as bright as this one is, which is great. It has bicolor LEDs, so if you're shooting videos, you could do warmer or cooler light. The problem with this one is the battery life is not good at all. I was getting about 20 minutes at full intensity, and I made a mistake of trying to charge while operating it. And it got super hot before I realized what was going on, and I think I ruined it. It doesn't turn on anymore. So this one, unfortunately, is not very practical, because if you're gonna get 20 to 30 minutes of operation time, it's not good for a hike. It's not really that great for a video shoot. It's actually hard to find a good purpose for it. So maybe I can repair it. It does have some little star-shaped screws, and I could pop it off and put some new batteries in there. But for now, this one's off my list of LED panels I can recommend. Now, what we're talking about today is the JobSmart 1200 lumen LED flashlights. I bought 2 of them. They were $15. Now keep in mind, this one right here is $20 and it's 100 lumens. This is 1200 lumens for $15. And it looks like it's a brand that only sells at Tractor Co. But they're aluminum, they look pretty solid. And it says it has 2 brightness levels, but we'll check that out when we open it up. Okay, running through the specifications of the JobSmart 1200 lumen flashlights. It says it has a zoomable beam, so that's gonna be similar to this one, where you can focus the light, which is great. It says that it has 2 light modes, the 1200 lumens and the 350 lumens. I wish it had 1200 lumens and 600 lumens. So this unit takes 4 AA batteries, and that's not bad. The problem is that at the full 1200 lumens, it only lasts for 2 hours. So this is gonna be more for emergencies, when I gotta run out, check on the chickens, or something like that around the property. But for $15 to have 1200 lumens on hand, that's very impressive. So I'm curious to get these out of the package and start assessing the brightness level. There is something else that I had to talk to you guys about. It's not like there's Lumen police out there that are gonna check out every unit and then say, hey, you said this is 500 lumens and it's only 300 lumens. And you do get a lot of people that are just printing out what kind of lumens they are, and it's not really that bright. That's a really big downside. It makes it hard to know what to purchase and what's, just faking you out, especially when they're being close to honest. But just as an example, if you look up 1200 lumen flashlight on Amazon, here's some of the results that I got. The first one is $42.98, and it is 100,000 lumens. And you get 2 flashlights for $42, so technically it's $21 per flashlight. It features rechargeable batteries that are in the unit, and just on a glance, there's no way that's 100,000 lumens. I mean, 100,000 lumens would be a massive light source. You'd have to be dealing with heat dissipation and a massive battery source. So there's just no way, but there it is, 100,000 lumens for $42. The next one says it's 10,000 lumens. That's a little more believable, but I still am certain it is not that bright. It is probably closer to 1,000 lumens. It's $37.99 for 2 flashlights. The next one's also 10,000 lumens. The next one's 10,000 lumens. And here's one that says 1,200 lumens. That's a lot more believable. It's $25. And, but it looks awful small. So I'm not really sure if it would be 1,200 lumens. And then it's $25. This was $15 for 1,200 lumens. It is important to buy from a reputable source and be really careful when you see the lumen ratings. They're not all created equal. This one I was able to confidently purchase because it does come with batteries on the inside, and I was able to turn it on right inside the package. So I saw the brightness level and I thought, yeah, no, that's pretty good. Okay, these flashlights are 7.6 inches long, just a little bit over a half a foot. They do take 4 AA batteries. The light beam is adjustable, so I'm curious to see how wide of a light beam you can get out of these flashlights. It says that you could see this light source up to 623 feet. I don't know how to even test that. Maybe I can measure out a distance and point the light in a certain direction. But if it can reach that far, that's pretty impressive. It advertises that it weighs a half a pound. That's a lot more than I wanted to weigh for hiking. And with it only lasting 2 hours on 4 AA batteries, that would mean I would have to carry extra batteries. And so that's another big downside for the hiking side of things. But keeping it in your car or keeping it by the front door in case you got to run out or something like that, that's not bad. It's also worth noting that at the 350 lumen, the lower brightness settings, you can get up to 9 hours of operation time. That's a lot better, but 350 lumens isn't quite the brightness I would want when I'm out in pitch dark trying to get some work done. All right, let's get these opened up and see what's inside. pretty decent packaging. Those packages though, I think they're anti-theft. Looking at it, very solid construction, kind of looks tactical, which is cool. I don't think it's gonna fall apart easily if I drop it or something like that. I'm not sure, but I think that the glass lens in the front there is glass. I can't tap it. Not entirely sure on that. It could be plastic. All right, let's see what these look like turned on. Okay, I'm gonna take all of these LED light sources, point them at the same wall with the camera settings on manual so that it's not getting brighter or darker within the camera. So we can actually compare the different light sources and its brightness. All right, guys, that's my assessment of these flashlights. And I am pretty impressed with these. For $15, we're punching at a weight class above this one, which ran $100. Okay, so my assessment on this flashlight, very durable, solid construction. The ability to focus the light beam is great. I could definitely see myself using that when wanting to look at something pretty far. You have to turn it a lot to get a narrow light beam, so it's not gonna be quick to make that happen. There is no hands-free, it's about half a pound, so it's not gonna be easy to put in my mouth or try and hold it this way if I have to. But very solid construction, and it looks like it has some weather sealing. And it has a little rubber seal, which is gonna give us some splash protection. Here's the unit that holds the batteries. I was kind of bummed because it looks like it could fit 6, maybe 8 AA batteries, which can give you 3 or 4 hours of operation time instead of just 2. This is how you change the focus beam. I'm rotating it, but there's a close-up of the flashlight. It looks pretty darn good. I love how solid it is. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be falling apart anytime soon. You won't see me using this unit when I'm going hiking, but it's definitely gonna sit by the front door, and I'll maybe put the other one in the car just in case we need a good light source at night. All right, cool, that's been my assessment. I love LED lights. These things are all fantastic. I wanna buy more. So whenever I do, I'll give you guys a review on what else I got. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, hey, I keep forgetting to say this. I am trying to do more YouTubing and bring you more content like this. If you guys can like and subscribe to the video, that really helps with feeding the algorithm, and it helps me bring you more content like this. All right, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you on the next one.